The title of this video is The Power of Surrender, Trust, and Hope. Over the years, I've had quite a few people tell me that they lack passion, drive, inspiration. And if you've had this experience, you know it's not uncommon. This video is about helping discover your enthusiasm for life and activating the forces for fun, fulfillment, and your spiritual evolution. And it is all based on three vital factors: surrender, hope, and trust. And I know these may seem like abstract ideas and three words that might even seem strange to put together. But once you experience what I have for you in this video, you're going to understand just how important these three words are. One of the drivers for enjoying life is having hope. This has been known for thousands of years, and it's so well expressed in the Bible in the book of Proverbs, chapter 13, verse 12. This is called the Passion Translation, which says it this way: when hope's dreams seem to drag on, the delay can be depressing. But when at last your dream comes true, life's sweetness will satisfy your soul. This is talking about an important definition of hope as the willingness to believe in positive outcome and to devise and implement what is necessary to create them. Another way to say this is that hope is having a positive vision about your future, sufficient to motivate you to reach your goal while keeping a positive frame of mind as you pursue fulfillment. Those without much hope tend to lack ambition and motivation to achieve goals, and they don't have strategies around obstacles. So when they're challenged, they get thwarted. But those with high hope quotient often have several goals and projects going simultaneously, and they're moving forward with the creation of what they want. Hope gives life purpose and meaning and drives you to your performances and how well you take care of yourself and how easily you can laugh at yourself. The form of hope that I'm speaking of is not a false hope, which is the way the word is sometimes used, maybe more often used this way. It's a form of denial or avoidance of the reality of situations. So, for instance, a person might say, I hope everything works out for the best, all the while they're actually speaking from a place of discouragement and defeat and futility. And they have little or no energy or motivation to do anything differently. Positive hope, on the other hand, might say the same words. I hope everything works out for the best. But they're positively expectant about the future, and they take steps necessary to create a positive outcome. So the word hope is often used both ways, and just recognizing the difference can help motivate you to stay in the positive form of hope, because the positive form of hope I'm speaking of here will inspire you to aspire to positive outcomes, and it'll motivate you to pursue what you're finding that will be fulfilling. Now, not surprisingly, hope is something that psychologists have done studies on, and some studies on hope indicate that even people with serious life-threatening illnesses who are positively hopeful had less distress and worry, and they reported better health than those with low hope. And interestingly, they also had less denial about their condition. So they were realistic about their condition, but they were still positive, and this positive, hopeful outlook translates into a stronger immune system and more rapid recovery and better general health. Positive hope is closely related to trust. which is something that can carry you to the very next aspiration or spiritual goal that you have in life. It will guide you through the rough waters of whatever life has been bringing to you. Positive hope and trust are not like tossing a coin in a wishing well and hoping for something good to happen. But sometimes people use the word hope like that. Well, I trust things will work out. I sure hope we get out of this jam that we're in. Or if they're a little bit more in touch, they might say it like, I trust things will work out for the highest good. Or they might say, God willing, things will work out well. But you see, those usages of the word hope and trust are really false hope and worry. They do not come from a place of positive expectancy or trust. False hope is based on a fear that something might not work out the way you would like it to. False hope actually is a form of worry. It's a blind wish without basis for a positive outcome. It's kind of like a superstition, really, because false hope is not owning your power, and it precludes being deeply in touch with real positive hope and trust. When you say, I trust a person, you acknowledge the essential goodness within the core essence of a person in relationship to you. So this means that you have positive expectancy that they will come from that place. And this is the trust that positive hope offers, as opposed to just blindly trusting someone which isn't positive hope or trust. And that, I'd say, is being kind of naive. Positive hope and trust bring out the excellence in the area of the person that they have knowledge. So, for instance, you trust your dentist in the area that he has dentist, and you trust him or her to come from that place of expertise in relationship to the reason you went to the dentist. Well, same is true of going to have your hair worked on. You trust they aren't going to shave your head while you're relaxed in the chair, unless you ask them to do it. So regardless of what else might be going on in other areas of the dentist's life or the hairdresser's life, you're able to have a degree and a high degree of positive hope that everything's going to be resolved in a pleasing way that is satisfying and that everyone is happy with. So you will want positive hope and trust to become the underlying basis of how you live and experience life. But what do you do when you are being challenged and experiencing negativity? All you ever really have is the present moment. And every moment is absolutely new. The past is gone. The future isn't here yet. So the present moment that you hold a commitment to, a creation of a better future. So that's a commitment of positive hope. This is the power of positive hope. If you don't have hope and believe in a higher future, you're not very likely to have creation of a positive outcome. And the future is always ripe with possibilities and even gifts. Being positively hopeful is living with a feeling that the future is going to bring you opportunities for more fun, more fulfillment. Bringing the spiritual dimension into the positive hope process now is acknowledging there's a higher intelligence, a higher power that's ever guiding and moving your life forward. I often refer to this as the highest enlightened aspect of the soul. As you reflect on your life, you can no doubt identify events that You didn't like the way they were turning out when you were experiencing them. But when you look at them in retrospect, you can see how they were important turning points in your life that led to something that helped evolve you in a positive way. So as you relax and reflect on your life, you can open to higher understanding and guidance. And you also open yourself to receive spiritual gifts and support from the spiritual world, from your soul, because it all comes to you through your soul. Now, when I realized this many years ago, and I began sharing it with others, I started calling it a miraculous light because of the many benefits that I witnessed that it was having in so many lives, in just a whole wide variety of areas, not just health, not just emotions, but some places that were almost magical. Positive hope and trust encompasses a realization that there is a presence of light that you can call miraculous, and it can override any form of darkness. And you have this light within you. It has been referred to in Psalms, in poetry, in scriptures, and most people think of it as metaphorical. For instance, in John 12:36, where it says, while you have the light, believe in the light, that you may become sons of light. Another example is Ephesians 5:8. For at one time you were darkness, but now you are light. Walk as children of light. There are many other references like this. And for years, I assumed they were metaphors or analogies. But for years, I never considered they could be literal until I became clairvoyant and could actually see references to light as being literal. Because the soul that lives in your body is a brilliant, blazing white light. It's brighter than the sun. And it often even has other colors mixed in with it. In most cases, it's buried under the weight of dense energies that mask it with dullness or even darkness, so that most people are unaware that there's being a literal light within them. And that light is composed of happiness and fulfillment and love and peace and joyfulness and what I sometimes call radiant essential goodness in every form. And all you have to do is call to it and begin a relationship with it. Because your soul is a spark of the divine that lives through you. It's highly intelligent and it interfaces with the source and creator of all. And it can transform your life from the inside out. And I call this the soul merge process. It's a method of integrating the light and the presence and intelligence of the soul all through your mind, your body, your whole being. And you are surrendered to it to be your very best and most enlightened guide through your life. Some have referred to this as a magic presence. I call it a miraculous light. And what is remarkable, everyone can access it. It just takes some practice. And I wrote a book about it called The Soul Solution, which is a little bit of a play on words because the soul is the only and ultimate solution to all problems. One issue with becoming fully aware of your soul is there can be anywhere on a continuum of consciousness from the lower end to having no belief that there is a soul, to the higher end of the continuum, where you have a continuous direct experience of the soul, and it's made itself known to you in very tangible ways. Now, if you have had a direct experience with it, or a mystical experience, like maybe some kind of miracle in your life, or answered prayers, or things just working out synchronistically wonderfully against all odds, these experiences can create hope and trust in that underlying force of goodness that's operating in your life that I call the soul. This enables you to have positive hope, and you will be supported in the future with that positive hope through the soul. So I think it's helpful to reflect on your life, recognize that there were a number of forks in the road of your life on your journey where your life could have gone off the rails, or you may have chosen to stay on track. And despite what happened, here you are right now, that you arrived here because you made certain choices. So here you are today. And you can make a decision to discover and merge with and integrate what the soul offers you. And it is a miraculous light, in which case life can align in positive ways going forward. Next, I'll help you explore your soul and positive hope and trust by having you reflect and relax. So I'd like you to settle in and arrange yourself comfortably. It helps to take a deep breath in through your nose to help relax you. Hold it for an instant, and then let it gently out through your mouth. And notice that it helps you relax. And I'm going to ask you a few questions. And in your answering these questions, you will discover there are some ways of building positive hope. So as you reflect on your life, where would you like to envision yourself in the future, say a year from now or 5 years from now? What do you imagine that your daily life would be like in the future? What is the future you would like to have? You can think about what you hope to be doing and how you will be feeling as you envision yourself in your positive future. Just thinking about this even for a few seconds helps you to realize that there are possibilities and they are awaiting you. But there also may be forces preventing you from having them. And so to discover a healing solution and reveal the light under the darkness requires that you become aware of the darkness, which usually comes in some form of emotional wounds and disappointments and maybe negative karma from your past. And you might have even had thoughts like, there must be something wrong with me, or I'm just not good enough, or I have bad luck, or I don't deserve these good things that I want. And so you form these conclusions and you repeat them in your mind, and they take you away from the positive hope and trust. They overlay anything positive, and your mind goes to the negative thought. So some of your disappointments in life probably go to your childhood and what maybe didn't happen that you wished had happened, or what did happen that you didn't want to have happen. And you might have thought about, well, why did this happen? Why have I been treated this way or mistreated? And for this process that I'm talking to you about right now, if any memories come up to your mind that need healing or need to be released and cleared, I'd like you to observe and acknowledge those memories and feelings and say these words that I'm going to give you from your heart to the parts of you that need to hear them. I embrace my memories and feelings with deep healing from my heart and soul. I embrace my memories and feelings with deep healing from my heart and soul. I send deep love and light to those memories and feelings of being hurt, wounded, and disappointed. I send deep love and light to those memories and feelings of being hurt, wounded, and disappointed. I surrender and release all struggles and questions. And I ask the soul to merge into them. I surrender and release all struggles and questions, and I ask the soul to merge into them. This last intention is the real key to all the other factors succeeding. No matter what the question or problem, surrender is always the final answer. Surrender means complete total release of all holding and all resistance. And what this means is the key to letting go of whatever forces have been holding negative forces in your life. And this includes all karma, all subconscious blocks, all ancestral factors, all subtle programs that are stuck in your aura and chakras. The more deeply and completely you surrender, the more your soul emerges and your consciousness rises. And then the more positive your life becomes. So hence, your life becomes a life of trust, universal harmony, synchronicity, where you no longer struggle or suffer, and your life automatically creates and attracts what is important for you to experience, always leading to your evolution. So knowing this enables you to live stress-free, knowing you're taken care of. Now, yes, it does take time to reach the level I'm talking about here, but I want you to know it is available to you. It is attainable. It is realistic. And I know a lot of people that have done it, and I've helped a lot of people do it. Once you learn the accelerated methods for becoming clear and you diligently apply them on a daily basis, you'll experience continual uplifting energy with more happiness and fulfillment. So now again, repeat these words, making them your own. I surrender and release all struggles and questions. And I ask the soul to merge into them. Simple intentions activate a radiant and creative light presence blazing from the core of your soul, illuminating you from the inside out and unfolding a positive hope for your future. Bring up an area in your life now where you have some doubt or worry or concern attached to it. Something that's not quite the way you would like it to be, or you're concerned it won't turn out the way you would like it to be. And now repeat these words and make them your own. I am willing to surrender and release the need for this. And I trust. This is a formula that works, including each word that took me years to figure this out. I know it sounds really simple. It leads to a life of freedom, accelerated spiritual evolution, and discovering that you can actually live a life of unconditional love and unconditional trust. The more surrendered you are, the more you live in trust. So once again, that formula, I'm willing to surrender and release the need for this, and state whatever it is. And then follow that by saying, I trust. Or you could say, I am trust. To complete the process a little more quickly, you also need to apply some simple energy clearing methods to remove any thought forms that are made up of life force energy that are like programs that you've accumulated. This could be energy that you've picked up from other people. Perhaps they have said negative things to you, or they're just negative people, and you pick up some of their energy. It could be from what you've heard people say. Now, I've explained some of this in other videos, and there's also a lot more of it in my handbook for enlightenment and ascension, which you'll find on Amazon. But I'm referring to clearing negative emotional energy primarily, and also pictures that you have in your aura. You think of them as memories, but they're actually are pictures in your energy field that a clairvoyant can see. And those pictures are like snapshots, or some cases movies, from the ways that you were treated negatively in your past. There can also be cords that attach you to the negative relationships that you've had, or negative energy, or negative karma that might be in your causal body, and all kinds of negative causes that you might have accumulated that are in your life stream or your timeline, going all the way back to the beginning of time. Positive hope and deep trust are states of consciousness, and they result from integrating the enlightened soul presence all through your mind, your body, your aura, your chakras. Positive hope and deep trust are inherent soul qualities that you carry as part of who you are. And the soul lives in you and with you. Now, this is a lot more than a mental or psychological state. It is a shift in perspective, a shift in consciousness, a shift in the way your reality is experienced. You will feel free. You will have a sense of liberation. You will feel more space. You will feel more expanded with possibilities, even if there are still issues confronting you and you're working on them to clear and release them. Whatever questions, fears, anger, guilt, discouragement, or other blocks come up, they are simply thought forms or like recordings asking you to release them and heal, to create space so you can trust your own soul to express through you. Whatever questions, fears, anger, guilt, depression, discouragement, or any other blocks that you might be sensing or feeling, they are like recordings. They're actually thought forms of life force energy that encapsulate those issues, those reactions, those emotions, those memories. And they come to the surface and they're asking, will you release me now? Will you heal from me now? If you don't, they'll just submerge, they'll recycle, and they'll come back again in the future. But if you do address them and you do clear them off, you open up space for your soul to emerge more and express through you more. Your soul and divine presence are the basis of who you truly are. And from this realization comes an ability to release any shadow side that you might be experiencing. Your soul, your divine nature, never judge you. It's only the ego-driven mind that comes up with things like that. It'll judge you, it'll criticize you, it'll blame you, it'll put you down. It is only the ego-driven mind that fights and struggles. The solution is the soul solution. You surrender the struggles and the questions, and your soul and divine nature emerge naturally. Now repeat the following words to yourself and make them your own. I receive and feel the divine, miraculous light of the soul. The soul and light integrate through all cells of my consciousness. I receive and feel the divine, miraculous light of the soul. The soul and light integrate through every cell of my consciousness. I open to receive the divine radiance of the soul's love, light, and beauty. I open to receive the divine radiance of the soul's love, light, and beauty. I am open to receive pure, deep love and pure, brilliant soul light. I open to receive pure, deep love and pure, brilliant soul light. My mind, my body, and my feelings all fully receive and express the highest enlightened awareness of the soul. My mind, my body, and my feelings all fully open to receive and express the highest enlightened awareness of the soul. I ask all my requests to deeply integrate into my mind and body. I ask all my requests and intentions to integrate deeply into my mind, my heart, in my body. I feel deep gratitude for all I have been given today. And now slowly allow yourself to return to your normal awake, alert, and aware state of everyday consciousness. Say to yourself, I call all of my energy and consciousness into present time, this moment, right here and right now, in this present place and time. And now take a deep breath and be present in your body, smoothly and easily making a transition to your normal waking level. Until next time, may you be blessed with love and light always. I'm Jonathan Parker.